So why did I leave the West so early? Usually guys will leave the West at, 65 is proper retirement, 62 is early. Usually get access to your 401k around 60. And, that's the typical drill. Wait until you're possibly not old enough to enjoy it much, or maybe got 5-10 years of enjoyment if you're in tremendous shape, and make your exit to a cheaper climate where your money goes further, your value with women is raised, etc. And I ran into a subscriber just now randomly at the grocery store. He recognized me, as people often do, and we got to talking. And he's on a bit of a discovery trip, and 59 years old, and I won't say his name, and hopefully he sees this video, but yeah, I wouldn't name any names or anything, but just a random subscriber recognized me, and he's 59. He went to Cebu first, as I did, and he wasn't overwhelmed by Cebu. If Cebu was all there was, I would have gone home, to be brutally honest, although you will always be told go to Cebu, not Manila. Manila is for work, Cebu is for play. I strongly disagree, especially when it comes to this pocket called Bonifacio Global City, which is not actually a city, it's a little corner of Manila, so to speak. So I was having a talk with him, and he was talking about, maybe grinding it out for 5 more years, or several more years, or 2 more years, or whatever, but he was really liking it. He was liking all the aspects that I've discussed, the attention from women, the pricing, the BGC, just the overall vibe of the Philippines, as every guy that I've talked to has so far. And he basically was like, I might grind it out, and I was looking at him and I said, you know what, to be brutally honest with you, brother, tomorrow is never promised, and don't put yourself in a bad spot, but he's got a sizable amount of money coming in a few months, and know when you have enough money. I said, you don't really need to do that, and you could drop dead at 65. You could set a plan for 65, and you could have a fucking heart attack, or you could, anything. Tomorrow's never promised. I don't care if you're 45, 65, whatever. Know when you have enough money. And enough money in the Philippines could be, say you got $500,000 and you're 5 years away from getting, a couple of grand a month, or a pension or something. That's enough money for sure. If you have over $3,000 a month for the rest of your life, you have enough money. 4,000. Don't come out here underprepared. I came out here without enough to make it work, but I realized that, I'm not getting any younger, and I just couldn't bear it at 45. I said, you're about to be 46. Worst case scenario, you go home at 50 years old and you work for a year and a half, stack up 80, 100 grand, come back and live 4 or 5 years, rinse and repeat. You got to know when enough is enough, and I just exited early. People say, well, you didn't exit early, you're an older guy. Well, in America, you're certainly invisible by the time you're 47. In the Philippines, coming here at 45 years old, if you look 40-ish, or you've been to a gym before, or you got your hair or whatever, you will be called young. You have to understand that up until about 10 years ago, when digital nomads became a huge thing, and when the internet took over the world, the average guy coming over here, 90% of guys, with the exception of military perhaps, were 66 or better. So there wasn't any young guys running around, any 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, even 50-year-olds that looked young. It was all older guys. So that's why a lot of times guys will tell you, oh, you get the leftovers, you can't get a high-earning, pretty Filipina, and things of that nature. I got one. So that's going to be a false statement for me personally. Not better than anyone, not Brad Pitt, but I have one. So I do have a high earning, extremely pretty Filipina with her own money. But it did take me 12 months to find her, and still new, so you never know. But that thought was based on old men coming here, usually white men, that were, 70, 65, or 60 plus, 70 plus, as they say in the Philippines. If you come here and you've got even a shred of SMV left, and you're, 20 years before retirement, or even like an early 50s handsome guy, or whatever age you are, like the dude I just met's in shape, you got blue eyes, you got green eyes, you know how to speak to women, you will be amazed. He was talking and he said it's like an opposite day, or like a flip script. And he had said I mentioned that stuff in my videos, and I said, yeah, man, it's abundance mindset. So many guys don't believe me, and they think I'm hyping it, or I'm trying to do this, or sell a consultation or something. No, I'm telling you that you will have a scarcity mindset in the West. When you arrive in the Philippines, you will realize that the abundance mindset is really a real thing. I know it's hard to believe, and you will think, no, it's not. Women are women, and the internet ruined everything, and this and that. And to some extent, the internet has seeped in with TikTok and YouTube and Facebook into, everywhere, and especially, the women that have money in the BGCs and the Cebus and stuff. But all is not completely lost. There is still women that have those traditional values and are, fit, feminine, and friendly, and what we're all looking for, and what America was, 30 years ago. Shit, even 5-10 years ago was better off, before OnlyFans and, selling feet pictures took over the world. So I just wanted to share that experience. That guy, motivated me to make a video and just talk about how the hype is really real, and why I decided to exit 20 years early. And I didn't have $1 million. I didn't even have, $500,000 or anything. But I had never thought I'd make a penny on YouTube. This was a blessing that I never, ever, ever thought would happen. But aside from that, I thought, you know what? If you had 5 good years and then you got to go home at 50 and work, how bad would that be as opposed to being miserable in the West for the next 4 years? You know what I mean? Or less than living a 10 life that you're living here. And we were also discussing my current housing situation and living in a 45K condo, $791, and then having a place on the beach for $259. And it was like, I'd need 20K a month to do that, or 30K a month to do that. You're living a millionaire's lifestyle for pennies on the dollar, for $3,000 a month or less, or whatever, depending on, if you pay for your girlfriend for everything, or if you meet a girl with money, or if you're single, or whatever, if you eat out every single day, whatever the case may be. So it's just a totally flipped script, and you don't have to live on $800 a month. I try to show the guys with the bigger budgets what you can do. If you want to live in a BGC, you want to have a beach place, you want to eat out every single day of your life, you want to go to Starbucks every day, you want to bring a girl along for the ride, you can do that with $3-4 grand. And that's exactly what this gentleman was talking about his budget is. And I was telling him, you can live in BGC, man. You can live where I live. You could have a beach spot like me. You could choose to, find a girl with money, which I suggest, or that makes a decent salary, or makes $1,000 a month, or, a high earning Filipino, or you could take care of a girl for, a lot less than it would be in the United States. And I wasn't exactly making girls go 50-50 in the United States. So I just wanted to share why I exited so early. And BGC turned out to be my comfort zone. Not Makati, not Cebu, not Siargao, not Boracay is. Boracay was the nail in the coffin for the West when I went there in February. But to be honest with you, BGC just has, tremendous, it has good internet, no brownouts, skyscrapers, infinity pools, good gyms, every restaurant, not every restaurant, but tons of American restaurants, Starbucks on every corner. I mean, man, there's not enough. I mean, look at this view. There's so many good things. I couldn't say enough good things about this place, and I will maintain my place in Boracay, and that's truly a paradise. But for dating, Metro Manila is pretty amazing. Cebu's great for dating as well. The city's going to have the concentration of millions of girls, and that's going to be your best bet if you aren't already coupled up with someone. If you're coupled up with someone, by all means, you can go live in a Boracay, a Palawan, a Siargao, a Siquijor, a Bohol, wherever you desire if you're a beach guy. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to share that and why I made my early exit from the West. And I really believe the American dream is dead. Put the nail in the coffin. If you don't make $550,000 a year, you'll never get ahead on, maybe if you make $300,000 a year for 20 years, or you got some inheritance or something, but after you pay your taxes and this and that, inflation, you'll never get ahead, man. 6 figures is nothing in America these days, and you should come to Thailand, Philippines, South America, but I promote the Philippines, and I've chosen the Philippines for the English language, the friendly people, places like BGC and many others, and the ease of visa, etc., etc., etc. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I go live at 9 a.m. Manila time, usually most days, and I do consultations for $50 until the end of the year. Link in the bio and the PayPal. You can email me under my About section. All right, guys. Sana all.